Mr. Thompson, you've been represented by Norman Miller, who is not available today. Mr. Miller is a member of the Defender's Office, and you have the right to have him here as long as he's still employed with the Defender's Office. You have in his place today Christopher Denny, an attorney licensed to practice law, his colleague. If you want, you can be sentenced today with Mr. Denny representing you. If you require Mr. Miller, we'll adjourn this 1 week.
Mr. Denny will be fine.
All right, thank you. Mr. Denny, having received the pre-sentence report, is there any comment you'd like to make about the report and in addition any matter you think I should know?
Thank you, Your Honor. No objection to corrections to make to the report itself, and Mr. Miller went over as well. So there are no objections. The guidelines of leave are accurately scored. Mr. Thompson has indicated to me he's done a lot since his release from the Auido County Jail to improve his staying on his medications. He knows he's got to pay back the restitution. He's committed to doing that. And I think the recommendation takes into account all of those circumstances. We're respectfully requesting the court follow the recommendations contained.
I don't understand this notation on the second page. It should be noted the defendant was given credit for 57 days in jail. Oh, in Ottawa County. That's a Ottawa County case, is that right?
Yes.
Not in this case, all right. And is that the illegal possession of a financial transaction device in Ottawa County? Is that the crime?
Same crime.
Yes, sir.
All right, okay, all right. It's just, it was just a little something out of the ordinary here. All right, thank you, Mr. Denny. Thank you very much. Mr. Venison, do you wish to be heard?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Is Arthur Claiborne present in the courtroom?
I am his son. I am his power of attorney. And
Are you Arthur Claiborne?
I am Craig Claiborne. I'm his son.
Oh, I see, I see. Do you wish to be heard before
Yes.
sentence passed?
Yes, I do.
Come forward, please. Be seated, please. Please spell your first and last name.
First name is Craig, C-R-A-I-G. Last name is Claiborne, C-L-E-B-O-R-N-E.
Thank you. What is it you'd like to tell me that you think I should know?
I'd like the court to know, in your honor, that the damage that Mr. Thompson has caused to my family is unspeakable. My father had just lost his wife of 52 years, my mother, and Mr. Thompson decided to take my father's information, credit cards, and charged thousands of dollars on his cards. I've got proof here in front of me. I've got video on my cell phone of him using my dad's charge cards. I just want you to know how much damage you have done. This was somebody that was a member of my dad's church. He's done dishonorable transactions in the past. He did it this time, and he'll do it again in the future. I'm asking your honor to look on the harder side of the law and put this monster back where he belongs, behind bars, because he'll do it again. I've got thousands. Your honor, he charged concert tickets. He charged Amazon orders. All of them went to his address, called in from his cell phone. I mean, thousands, $8,000 in counting, your honor.
And I saw 33 uses of the Capital One card, 12 uses of the Discover card. I'm aware of that.
I just want you to know how much damage. I mean, my father has had strokes since this happened. No doubt to my mind from the stress that Mr. Thompson has caused my family and the stress that he has caused me is unspeakable what he has done to a family that was already torn apart. Paul, do you have any idea what you have done to my father?
Let me ask, there's no way to compensate for the stress that you described, but the financial debt was covered by Capital One, is that correct?
Some of it, most of it, yes, sir, but I feel that we need to be compensated as a family for the stress. I mean, you can only imagine how much this has caused.
Right.
And all this money is going to go to the Capital One and his credit cards. These credit card companies had no want to be part of this prosecution. They just simply credited the charge cards. But I still had to do all the investigation on my own because the police departments were for, you know, you go to this place, you go to that place, and
Right.
it was a mess.
It's a nightmare, I understand. And it's hard to quantify. I have to follow the crime victim rights.
I just wanted you to know what I felt.
I know. Just help me to get the answer, though. Would you help me, please? We have 2 credit cards here, Capital One and Discover. Did the credit card company, because I gotta find out who pays who what in terms of the actual dollar for concert tickets, for countryside greenery, all that stuff. Were the financial losses covered by the respective credit card companies?
Yes, they were.
That's what I needed to know. With regard to all other matters, it's impossible to put a dollar amount on it. No amount of money can compensate people for the barbaric heartlessness that occurred here. But I thank you for coming in. I have to follow the Crime Victim Rights Act. You have a prosecutor here and a victim witness unit in this building, and either side have the right to a hearing on the matters of restitution. I extend to you and your father the same right that I extend to the defendant in terms of a hearing if there's either more money or less money to be ordered. Thank you very much for coming in. Mr. Thompson. Is there anything you'd like to say, sir, that you think I should know about the pre-sentence report or any other matter that's important?
I am here, sir, like you said, the Heartless Act on my part and stuff. And according to, I mean, this is the second time I've really had contact with Craig Claiborne. But I am making the restitution, doing my counseling, doing medications, as well as, you know, regaining back my self-esteem as well.
I see. Well, let me ask you this. Are you paying back the credit card companies? Is that what they're doing?
Auido County restitution, sir.
Well, yeah, but who's the money going to?
That I'm not real sure on.
How are you paying it?
Electronic checking.
From what?
From my daughter's account. She takes the money out of my savings and does it that way.
So your daughter is managing your finances?
Yes.
How are you earning income?
Disability.
And what is your disability?
That's $1,100.
Sorry?
$1,100, I think it is. I know it went up, but I think it's $1,100 a month.
No, for what reason are you receiving disability?
Spinal dysnosis, degenerative spine disease, AIDS.
All right. Well, that's not anything anybody would wish on anyone, that's to be sure. You have anything to say to the family who's you victimized?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Craig, I am sorry. Truly. I'm not a member of your dad's church, I just went there, but I am truly sorry.
Are you ready to be sentenced this time?
Yes, sir.
Well, I made a complete review of the pre-sentence report. You're 51 years of age. There's nothing that would tell me that you didn't know the difference between right and wrong. Back in 1997, with your first conviction, it was theft related. In fact, all of your convictions, all 5 of them, are theft or related. Attempt larceny in a building, larceny under 100, retail fraud, and 2 instances of illegal use of a financial transaction device. If it isn't yours, it isn't yours. You don't have any special permission to take anybody's property. When you do, you have to pay it back. And you should know this better, because even the disabilities which you suffer are not those which would deprive you of understanding the difference between right and wrong. Was it really worth whatever you bought from the countryside greenery when you see the evident harm that you hurt, that you used to hurt another person? Maybe it is to you. Maybe you just think you're entitled, but you're not. You have the means to repay, and I don't know how long this has been going on. so we would trust that you do have the ability to accomplish this sentence in short order, and I want to give you the incentive for that. For the purpose of punishment and the hope of your rehabilitation, the sentence of the court is as follows. Number one, that you be confined in the county jail for 6 months beginning today with credit for 5 days. Second, that you pay restitution of $1,424.80. That's for the crimes here in Kent County. $130 Crime Victim Rights Fund, $68 state costs, for a grand total of $1,622.80. That's due right now, forthwith, or you'll have to do an additional 5 months. 5 months in the county jail. The thing is, this is your final sentence. If you want to appeal, ask the Court of Appeals. A request for the assistance of a lawyer must be made within 42 days of today, or it will be denied. Desire a lawyer, complete the form the clerk hands you. Return it to me in that time. Thank you. Good luck.
Randall Curtis.